So this week on the YA Rebels, as I'm sure you know, we're talking about our ideal supernatural significant other. I've been having a hard time distilling it down to, what do I actually want? I can't figure that out for a mortal relationship, let alone a supernatural one. And then I thought, wait, it's actually quite simple. All I have to do is figure out the one trait that most mortal men are good at, and then pick the supernatural creature that's very good at it. And Rebels, we all know that there's really only one thing that mortal men are good at.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
So what is that one thing that mortal guys are good at and this creature is really good at? Well, in my experience, mortal men are interested in one thing, and that means they're good at one thing. And that one thing is completely ignoring all of your emotional needs. And seriously, supernatural guys aren't that different. So I say we cut the crap. We go for the supernatural creature who we know just wants sex. An incubus. Because let's look at the perks. Alright, 1. An incubus is really hot. Their entire purpose is to seduce mortals, which means your deepest, darkest desires, that's them. 2. Because that's their entire purpose, you know they're going to be really good in bed. And 3. And this is the most important, and I've been trying to figure out how to say this without seeming entirely shallow, but 3 is that you will never be able to kid yourself into thinking that they're going to fall in love with you, because that's where all the trouble starts. If you're just dating a supernatural creature for the fun of it, awesome. But the moment you start pretending that they are actually falling in love with you as well, it goes to shit. So why go through the turmoil? Date a creature who has no capacity for love or emotions of any kind except for lust. You're not going to ever have to worry about bringing them back home to your parents or, convincing them to fall in love with you, because that's completely outside of their emotional scope. Because that way, when you finally realize that dating a supernatural creature is not such a good idea in the first place, you'll have some dignity. You won't have made a fool of yourself by going, well, maybe if you were to make me a vampire, then you would still love me too, because then I would be a vampire with you, and we could kill people together. Or maybe if I were to find you a soul, you would understand my emotions and why I cry when you laugh when I say I love you. No! Right? Be the strong person in this situation. Date a supernatural creature who just wants fun. And then, when you've had that little phase, you can find a normal mortal guy who actually understands what emotions are. At least, more than a supernatural creature would. Which, come to think about it, might not be that much. But your chances are better. Huh? On second thought, maybe you shouldn't date an incubus. I think maybe they kill you after they sleep with you. Well, that would be a good way to go.